These are my 2026 World Baseball Classic predictions. I'm going to go through all the pools, tell you who finishes in first, who finishes in last, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, who's going to win it all, as well as my MVP for the tournament, and a breakout hitter and a breakout pitcher. If you're excited for the World Baseball Classic, make sure you leave a like on the video, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the baseball content coming at you. This is my favorite event. I love the World Baseball Classic, so I can't wait to talk to you guys about my predictions and the teams. Let's rip it. Getting it started off, we have Pool A first playing in Puerto Rico, and in fifth place, unfortunately, I'm going with Team Colombia. The Colombian roster has been decent in the past, but truthfully, not one of the stronger squads. They have some fun arms and some veterans like Jose Quintana. Tehran Guerrero throws absolute gas. Luis Patino should be very good as well. I mean, even Julio Tehran's on here. I just don't think the pitching is good enough to hold up in this group, in what is going to be without a doubt the closest group in the entire tournament. Offensively, I think you got to keep an eye out for Michael Arroyo, a prospect for the Mariners, top 100 guy, absolutely rakes. But at the end of the day, I don't think this is the strongest team, and I do have them finishing in last. Coming in fourth place, again, it's going to be tight. I've got Team Cuba. Some players to watch on the pitching side. Livan Moinelo is really good, one of the best pitchers in the MPB. Raidel Martinez is one of the best relief pitchers in the MPB. You've also got Yohan Moncada on this team. Alexi Ramirez is playing. Yes, that Alexi Ramirez is on this roster. And even World Baseball Classic legend Alfredo Despaigne is still on this roster. This team is not the strongest. They surprised people last tournament, but I don't think they make it through this time. I have them finishing in fourth. Third place, it's so close. It might be a bit of a surprise, but I'm going with Team Canada. Team Canada has had some decent teams in the past. And in this format for the World Baseball Classic, I actually think their pitching's pretty decent. You've got Jamison Tyone, Mike Soroka, Cal Quantrill, James Paxton's on this team. The pitching's not bad. For the lineup, their outfield is really exciting with Owen Casey, Denzel Clark, and even Tyler O'Neill. Josh Naylor is going to be there. Bo Naylor is going to be there. There's some good players, but I just got a slight feeling that maybe they don't advance, which is why I put them in third place, which is probably going to be a bold take, one of my bolder ones. But I don't know. I got a feeling. Most leather phone cases don't last, but this one has a lifetime warranty. That's why I want to give a big shout out to today's video sponsor, Bullstrap. I've tried so many different leather phone cases, but the Bullstrap premium leather phone case is by far the best. Not only is it premium leather, it looks fantastic. It's super lightweight, not clunky, doesn't make my phone feel any bigger, and protects my camera, my screens, everything with my phone. Seriously, it's so much better than the generic options. Look at this thing. It's nice. And it smells good too. Bullstrap makes gear that actually lasts. And right now you can grab yours for 15% off using my code MARC15. All the info's in the description down below. Click the link if you want to buy one for yourself. Thank you to Bullstrap for sponsoring today's video. The World Baseball Classic's relatively chalk. This is one of the few upsets I have. Because coming in second place in Pool A and advancing on to the quarterfinals, I've got Panama. I don't know why. I can just feel it in my gut that I think Panama's going to be a surprise team. One of the reasons is I think they're just going to play phenomenal defense. You have a bunch of different infielders with great gloves: Edmundo Sosa, Ruben Tejada, Jonathan Arauz, Jose Caballero, Leo Jimenez. In the outfield, Enrique Bradfield Jr. should be the center fielder, and he covers a ton of ground. Jose Ramos, Alan Cordoba have been decent players in the past. And even on the pitching side, while none of these arms are particularly exciting, I do think it's just a tad bit worse than Team Canada, but they do have some MLB players on there, like Humberto Mejia, Ariel Gerardo, Jaime Barria have all had a little cup of coffee in the majors. Paulo Espino. Again, this is one of my bolder picks, but I do think Team Panama moves on. And then winning the group, coming in first place, the host team, Puerto Rico. This is one of Puerto Rico's weaker teams, and unfortunately, they get completely screwed over by the insurance stuff going on in this WBC. One thing, though, that's really strong for them, their bullpen is absolutely loaded. Maybe the second or third best bullpen in this entire tournament, in my opinion. Edwin Diaz is out there. His brother, Alexis Diaz, is out there. You have Fernando Cruz, Jorge Lopez, Giovanni Moran, Yaxel Rios. Even an Elmer Rodriguez, I think, could be valuable. Seth Lugo on the starting rotation. I do like their pitching. Their lineup is definitely weak, but they're led by Yadier Molina as the manager. I do think he'll get them right. A lot of veterans on the squad, a lot of young players mixed in. You'll see guys like Eddie Rosario, but also Elliot Ramos. You've got some prospects mixed in, like Edwin Arroyo and Daryl Hernaiz, but they're surrounded by Nolan Arenado and Manuel Rivera. Again, one of the weaker Puerto Rico teams, not their fault, but I do still think they're the best team in this group. Pool B. On to Pool B we go, playing in Houston, Texas. Last place is going to be Team Brazil. I think it's really cool that Brazil made the tournament, and I do think for the growth of baseball in Brazil, this will be huge, but relatively speaking, this is one of the worst rosters in the entire tournament. Maybe they surprise some people. Maybe there's some sleeper players on here, but just looking at this roster, I'm not particularly excited about it. Again, I wish I could tell you more, but I'm not very high on them. I think they are the weakest team in this group, and that's why I have them finishing in fifth. In fourth place, a much improved Great Britain. Their jerseys and hats are still some of the worst in the entire tournament, but the this is a better team. They have some major league pitchers on there this time. Michael Peterson's been in relief at the major league level. Vance Worley getting another look. Tristan Beck has pitched at the major league level. It's not a good Great Britain team, but it's not that bad. And offensively, of course, you have Jazz Chisholm Jr. Nate Eaton's a good ball player. Ivan Johnson had some prospect shine at one point. Harry Ford. It's a fun team, but I do think they finish in fourth. In third place, I really wanted to find a way to put Team Italia through, obviously my Italian heritage, but I got them finishing in third. I think this is one of the best Italy teams that we've seen. A lot of major leaguers showing up, like Kyle Teal's really good. On the infield, the Pasquatch, Vinny Pasquantino mixing in with some prospects like Thomas Sajazi, Andrew Fisher, Zach DeZenzo. I'd like to see what that infield could look like. John Birdie's a pest. Jack Cagg, Dominic Canzone, Jacob Marcy should be a really good outfield, and if not, Nick Morabito, Dante Nori are good defensive replacements. I like this team. I think it's fun. Again, the pitching's better. You've got Aaron Nola. I would love to see them go through. I'm rooting for them. It's just that I think there are two powerhouses in this group that are going to get the slight edge. It's really going to come down to who wins, Italy or Mexico in that game. That's who'll move on. Because finishing in second in Pool B, I've got Mexico. Mexico, I think, is a sleeper team. They were really good in the last WBC, and truthfully, they have one of the best rotation and bullpens in the entire tournament. I think Taj Bradley opted out. I don't think he's going to be there, but you got Taiwan Walker, you've got Javier Assad. Bullpen's really good with Andres Munoz, Victor Vodnik, Brendan Bernardino, Robert Garcia. Alex Carrillo throws like 100 miles an hour. I like this pitching. Alejandro Kirk behind the dish is great. On the infield, Jonathan Aranda's a beast. You're going to get good defense out of Joey Ortiz at shortstop. And the outfield's great with Randy Arozarena, Jaron Duran, and then some combination of Alec Thomas and others in center. This is a really good team. I do think they finish in second place, though, because coming in first place, of course, is the USA. It's a powerhouse. They're the favorites of the tournament. This is by far the best Team USA we've ever seen in the WBC. They have one goal, and it's to win it all. Paul Skeens is on the roster. Tarek Skubal's on the roster. Mason Miller's in the bullpen. Dave Bednar, Joe Ryan, Clayton Kershaw still here. Logan Webb, Nolan McClain, Clay Holmes. I mean, this team's loaded on the pitching side. You're going to have Will Smith and Cal Raleigh split catching duties, which is crazy. The infield, Alex Bregman, Bryce Harper, Gunnar Henderson, Bobby Witt Jr., Bryce Terang might not play every game. Outfield, Roman Anthony, Buxton, PCA, Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is playing. Kyle Schwarber's the DH. This team's loaded. It's the best team in the tournament. Obviously, they're winning the group. Moving on to Pool C, playing out in Japan. Finishing in last place, the Czech Republic. They just don't have a very strong roster. Like, the best player who's got an MLB experience is Taran Vavra, and he's had a hard time sticking on MLB rosters. It's really cool to see them in the tournament again, and I hope baseball grows in Czech Republic more. Mark Schlupp is a really, really talented hitter who could hit a really loud home run at some point, but ultimately, this is not one of the strong teams. This is a growing baseball country. They finish in last. Fourth place, sorry to do it, but Team Australia. Surprise team last tournament. They were awesome, and I do think that Australia is a much improved team. The addition of Travis Bazana is going to be fantastic. He's going to break out this tournament. People are going to be even more hip to him than they already are. Curtis Mead's really good. There's a lot of great Australian baseball players. The Australian Baseball League's awesome. I just think that there are three teams slightly better right now, which is why I unfortunately have Australia finishing in fourth place. I'll be rooting for them, though. I want some upsets. Call me crazy, but I think in third place, I've got Korea. They missed making it to the quarterfinals last time, and I think they might do it again. This offense is loaded. I'm just worried about the pitching. It's not the strongest Korean pitching staff we've seen in a while. At the plate, they have some awesome players like Hyunmin An, I believe, won the KBO MVP within like the last 2 years. He's really talented. Keep an eye out for him. You have Jung Hoo Lee, you have Jemai Jones, you have Hae Sung Kim, guys that you're familiar with. Hyunjin Ryu's on this roster, Dane Dunning, Woo Suk Go. But I don't see them moving on right now. And a big reason why is the team finishing second in this group, I think it's going to be Chinese Taipei. Call me crazy. Maybe they're going to stink. I don't know. But I think their pitching is going to surprise some people. Chinese Taipei won the Premier 12. They beat Japan. That's huge. They kind of came out of nowhere. And the combination of guys that I know, at least, Yu Min Lin, Jo Si Su, I think is how you pronounce it. He throws like in the 90s. Po Yu Chen, even Kai Wei Lin is another name that looks familiar. I think they're weirdly going to be good. And again, they're a younger team, but they performed well in one of the premier baseball tournaments against a bunch of other big countries. For them to win the Premier 12 is huge. And then you still got Yu Chang, who's a Chinese Taipei legend. I think Hae-Yu Lee from the Tigers is a really good hitter. Even Stuart Fairchild, like having him there, I do think that this team has a chance to make it, and that's going to be my boldest prediction. Chinese Taipei moves on. Because, of course, coming in first place is going to be Team Japan. While the pitching may not be the strongest that it has been in the past, it's still really good. You got Yamamoto, you got Yusei Kikuchi, you got Hiromi Ito. Taisei's got some good stuff. The offense is loaded. The defense is sketchy, though, because in the outfield, while I love the bats of Yoshida, Seiya Suzuki, Kensuke Kondo. Seiya playing center field's crazy, and Yoshida having to play the outfield's also crazy. Now, they do have the best player in the world, Shohei Ohtani. You got Okamoto, you got Murakami, you got Shugomaki, you got Genda. Like, they have really, really good players. This team's awesome. Not one of the strongest, but by far the best in Pool C. Like, we've seen better Samurai Japan teams, but this one's still very, very good. Which leaves us with Pool D. And coming in the last place in Pool D again is going to be Nicaragua. They're the weakest team in this entire pool. Mark Vientos is their best player. Shout out Duque Hebert. He got discovered in the last one, signed to a major league team. This is what's cool about this tournament is these smaller countries have an opportunity to showcase their players and get found, but there's just not the most talent on this roster, unfortunately. Shout out Dusty Baker, the manager. If they win a game, it's going to be on Dusty Baker's shoulders. I do have them finishing in last place, though. Also, Freddie Zamora, good ball player, minor leaguer with the Brewers. And Jeter Downs. In fourth place, I've got Israel. Israel has a much stronger team than they showed in the last World Baseball Classic. I like some of the arms here. Dean Kramer is there. Shout out Robert Stock. Zach Weiss is like a borderline major league pitcher. Ben Simon is a decent reliever with some stuff. Tommy Canley's in the bullpen. That's good. Matt Bowman's had a cup of coffee. Shout out Rob Kaminsky, New Jersey legend. The lineup's decent. Like Harrison Bader in the outfield's good. RJ Schreck can swing it a little bit. Matt Mervis in this tournament is a good power hitter. Spencer Horwitz was great last year. Cole Carrig is cool. The Stubbs brothers behind the plate, but I just don't think they've got it to get through this group. Third place, missing out, unfortunately, is going to be the Netherlands. Love the Netherlands, one of the most fun countries in the World Baseball Classic every year, but this team has just kind of gotten old in front of us. Like Xander Bogaerts is just not the same player he was. Didi Gregorius hasn't played in the major leagues in years. Ozzy Albies is still good. Outfield's going to be fun. I think it's going to be great defense with Ceddanne Rafaela, Drew Jones, hopefully running around out there and making crazy plays. Netherlands is going to win some games. They're going to challenge the teams at the top, but I just don't think they have the pitching to get them over the hump because right now their best pitcher doesn't really jump off the page. There's not a lot of MLB success on the pitching side outside of Kenley Jansen, and we know he's their relief pitcher. Also, shout out Sharon Martis through a World Baseball Classic no-hitter. Coming in second place, I've got the Dominican Republic, and it's not because I think they're weak. It's just that last time they kind of had a weird group. Venezuela's really good. I think Venezuela is going to win the group. Team DR, I think, is one of the most talented teams. I think they're S-tier roster. And you look up and down, Sandy Alcantara, Luis Severino, Brian Bale. Those are awesome pitchers. Christopher Sanchez, how could you forget him? One of the best pitchers in baseball. The bullpen is loaded with just power arm after power arm after power arm. Camilo Doval, Gregory Soto, Dennis Santana, Carlos Estevez, Elvis Alvarado, Abner Uribe. The lineup is loaded, top to bottom. Outfield is going to be Julio Rodriguez, Juan Soto, and Fernando Tatis. Infield is going to be some combination of Junior Caminero, Vlad Jr., Manny Machado, Ketel Marte, Jeremy Pena, Geraldo Perdomo. It's an unbelievable roster. I just think they might finish in second in the group. Stay tuned for what I think they're going to do in the knockout round. Because in first place, I've got Team Venezuela. Venezuela plays with some crazy passion in these tournaments. The fans show up. It's so much fun. I'm going to be there. If you guys are there, let me know. Come say what's up if you see me at the WBC in Miami. I'll be there from the 10th onward. Pitching-wise, Ranger Suarez is great. Eduardo Rodriguez is great for the WBC format. They've got a solid bullpen. No, again, big arms that jump out, but Daniel Palencia, I think, is going to be the best one there. On the hitting side, the lineup is also stacked. William Contreras and Salvador Perez playing catching duties. On the infield, Wilson Contreras, Michael Garcia, Gleyber Torres, Eugenio Suarez, Luis Arias, Ezequiel Tovar, Andres Jimenez. This is really good. The outfield's so fun, too, with Willier, Ronald Acuna Jr., and Jackson Churio. This team's sick. I do think they win Pool D. Which moves us on now to the knockout rounds. And in quarterfinal one, you're going to see USA go up against Team Panama. And while Team Panama was a fun Cinderella run, I do think they get absolutely eviscerated by the USA. USA moves on to the semis. In quarterfinal two, we have Venezuela versus Chinese Taipei. Again, maybe a little bit of a sleeper to us in America. Chinese Taipei, though, good baseball country on the come up, but Team Venezuela moves on, in my opinion. Again, just a powerhouse, a clear notch better than Chinese Taipei. Quarterfinal three, a really fun matchup between Mexico and Puerto Rico, but I just don't think Puerto Rico's got the arms and the talent this year to take down Mexico. Mexico's going back to the semifinals for the second straight WBC. And then quarterfinal four is crazy. If it goes the way I have it, the Dominican Republic will be playing Japan in the quarterfinals. And that's unbelievable. That could be a finals matchup. It's that good. I have Team DR moving on. Japan's out early, which I know is going to be controversial, but I just think the DR moves on this time. Japan, again, I'm a little bit sketched out by the pitching. It's not the strongest. The lineup's out of control. The defense is a little bit sketchy. This will be such a sick game, but I've got the DR moving on. The defending champs are out early. No Ohtani pitching, I think, does affect them a bit. For the semifinals, USA versus Venezuela. Sick matchup. This is awesome. This is great. This is what you want. It's a rematch, I believe, as well. But I've got USA moving on, going to the finals again. I mean, again, this team is way too good. There's a chance Paul Skeens is going to be making his second start. USA is moving on. Venezuela, it was a great run. And if anybody could take them down, it would be them. But I've got the USA moving on to the finals. In semifinals, too, you've got the DR versus Mexico. Again, Mexico back-to-back semifinals. Incredible run. But I think it ends here. The DR is too strong. I got to put the two best teams in this entire tournament in the finals. And in my opinion, that's the USA versus the Dominican Republic, which would be such an epic final in Miami. The vibes would be out of control. I can't even imagine what it would feel like in the stadium. The sound's going to be electric. I can't wait to be there. USA versus DR. This will be an all-time classic, just like the last one. But ultimately, drum roll please, Team USA is winning this. They have to win it. Team USA's team is absolutely loaded. There is no excuse. If they do not win the World Baseball Classic, it is an absolute catastrophe. It's a failure. I don't know how it's possible, but also that's what makes baseball great, because they definitely could lose, but on paper, there is no way that the USA does not take home the WBC trophy and win the 2026 World Baseball Classic. But wait, we're not done. Who's going to be the World Baseball Classic MVP? The guy's got a chip on his shoulder this year. He looks inspired. He wants to show the world, and especially his GM, that he is elite. Bryce Harper is going to be the World Baseball Classic MVP. It feels like a tournament that he is going to absolutely eat up. I think it's going to be really cool to see him dominate. And then I told you I was going to give you some breakout players. You've heard me mention both of these names, weirdly from two teams that aren't moving on, but Hyunmin An is a guy who could come over from Korea at some point. He had a breakout season last year, put up big numbers, 1,000 OPS, is a well-rounded player and can hit for some legit power. Keep an eye out for Hyunmin An. On the pitching side, it's Livan Moinelo. He won the MVP of the Pacific League last year. He's an MPB champion 5 times. He is the best pitcher arguably in Japan right now. It's a debate whether he'll ever come over to the majors because he doesn't really want to defect, apparently. I would love to see him come over. He's a small left-handed pitcher who throws gas, went from being one of the best closers in the league to being arguably the best starter. He is absolutely electric. If Team Cuba moves on, it will be on the back of Livan Moinelo on the mound. He has the ability to shut down any team. And if they play their cards right, Cuba could definitely move on. Those are my breakout players. Keep an eye out for them. Let me know who you think is going to win the WBC down in the comment section below. Do you think Team USA is bringing it home? Do you think it's somebody else? I'd love to know what you're thinking. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed, as well as subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the content. Follow me on all my social media, GiraffeNeckMarc. Links are in the description. Let me know if you're at the World Baseball Classic. I'd love to meet you guys. And that's where I'll wrap it up. You know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this video. This is my most recent upload, so click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's go Team USA. Bye!